been 24 hours on our barley that we soaked. And as you can see, it's draining. It's almost done, I would say. So I've drained all my water off my barley. We're going to put it over in the malt barrel today. We're going to transfer it over. Really transferring it ain't nothing to show you. I just have to transfer it to my malt barrel. I use this pitcher works good for me. It ain't nothing fancy, but it does work. If you're doing like 5 pound or 10 pound, just pick your bucket up and pour it over in the malt barrel, because you already have the holes in the bottom that's going to drain all the water out for you. But me doing this much, 50 pound, I just couldn't pick it up by myself and pour it over in there. So I just drain it. So y'all come back here in just a minute, and I'm going to be putting this over in my malt barrel, and we're going to talk just a little bit. All right, guys, I've been putting this over into my malt barrel. As you can see, that barley has doubled in size in 24 hours. It soaked up all the moisture it's going to need to start sprouting. But the number one thing I want you to do is smell of it. It smells just like it did yesterday when I put it in here. Make sure you do not sour your small grain or your corn. Any sour grain will not sprout. That's why I only do it for 24 hours. Let it get enough moisture in it to malt. And that's one of the key things to this. Like I tell y'all, it's not hard to do. It's not what you put in it, it's the process that you do to do this. And that's with anything that we do in this craft. I appreciate all y'all being here. I enjoy teaching people stuff, and I think what I'm going to do is a totally different series than anybody else has ever done. I'm showing you step by step. And the most important steps, I'm going to stop and I'm going to take some time out with you. Make sure you understand that. If you have any questions, just message me. Get on Messenger, send me a message, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. So we're going to get this put over in this malt barrel. Y'all come on back here in just a minute, and I'm going to show you how we're going to turn this stuff. All right, guys. I've got all my soaked grain put over in my malt barrel, and as y'all seen yesterday on my lid that I have, got holes drilled all in it. I've got holes drilled in the bottom. It drained all the water off of it. It's got plenty enough moisture in it to malt this grain. This barley's probably going to malt within the next 2 days, and maybe by then all this hurricane stuff will be out of here, and we'll be able to put it out here on the concrete and dry it in the sun. I love sun-dried malt. It's the only way I'm going to dry my malt. So what you need to do, I mean, I'm using a 55-gallon drum, but even in a 30-gallon drum or a 15, just plop it down and you turn it all the way over one time. And then let your grain even out throughout the whole barrel. You always want to make sure when you turn it, I see my 2 screws here that's screwed into that board. I always have one board straight up. That way when you turn it, that other board's going to break that grain up. So we're going to leave it right here. I'll have the door shut. It'll be good and dark in here on my grain. And we're going to have malt. 50 pound of barley malt will do me a long time. I was thinking about a mash this weekend. I may do a corn malt mash. Or if y'all want to wait till this barley malt's done, we can do a corn and barley mash. But it's kind of hard to get 6-year-old malted barleys, especially right now, because barley's just coming out of the field probably a month ago, 2 months ago. And the grain market eats a lot of that up. So I may be able to show y'all how to do a good corn and corn malt mash. All right, guys. I just want to show y'all me putting the grain over into the barrel. I don't want to miss a step on this. Turning your barrel is the most important part about this. That's the process. Making sure you turn this barrel 2 to 3 times a day. Now, I'm lucky. I only work 2 minutes from my place of work. So I can come home at lunch and turn my barrel. But even if you get it turned twice a day, you're still going to sprout grain. But make sure you turn it all the way over, and those boards break that grain up. and you'll be able to malt grain. Now, this barrel can be turned in place. So you're only using this much space to malt 50 pound of grain. That's crazy, man. Because, I mean, everybody don't have a big concrete floor that they could malt grain on concrete with. So this right here is the way I've always done it, and it really does. It malts grain very well. We'll go over the drying process. Once this right here gets malted, we'll go over how we dry it and stuff here. That way you'll be able to dry your grain. On a mash, I'm not going to use this barley malt in a mash, because corn, you can buy yellow corn any day of the week, whole yellow corn. It's cheaper than this barley. It works good. But in a good corn mash, you do need some corn malt. So I believe my first mash I'm going to do for y'all on this series, the full quart series, I want to take you from malting grain, not having a mash, to having your own full quart of 100 proof corn liquor. So I believe we're going to do corn liquor. We're going to do whole corn and malted corn for the first mash. So y'all look out for that video. It'll be coming up. Like I said, this is going to be like a 2-week process. This stuff just don't happen overnight. You know, y'all see the videos and they show them making the mash, and then they're running on the, and it's just, it don't happen that way, guys. I just want to give you all the best chance of success that you could have and share what I know about it. Now, this is not the only way to do it. This is just an old way that I was taught by my grandfather. And guys, it works. Your mash works good. It's simple. It's easy. We're not even going to weigh anything out for this mash. This mash will work from 5 gallons up to 1,000 gallons if you want it to, without weighing anything. So I believe that there's what we're going to do on that. Well, guys, with that said, I've had a long day. I worked very hard at work today. I had a lot of stuff to do. We were short-handed, so I stepped up and took care of everything else. So I'm going to get off of here. We're going to try to watch a little bit of football game, eat some supper, and probably go to bed here shortly. So we love y'all. Y'all watch your top knot. We'll see you next time.